You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. We are in the building. We are at it again. If you do not know who I am Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. That's what we do. We love to win. We love to learn. We love to have fun. We put them all together and we have this channel over here. So with that being said, we, what we're going to do here, we're going to get into some news stories to wake us up. And then more like not necessarily coding today. I'm going to do a couple of things. We're going to continue prepping our app to be released on the app stores. So I'm going to be going through Google Developer portal to put in some information for the app. And then we are going to be looking at what we're going to work on next. I'm thinking of adding a, I'm thinking of trying to do a watch app to go along with our time cost calculator, where it's going to be like you'll start it, it'll start counting up in real time how much time you're spending and how much is it costing you. So that's what I'm thinking about. We're going to figure that out, right? So we already have Mitch in the building. Mitch says, wakey, wakey, wake up. Good morning, Mitch. How are you doing? So at this time of the morning, right? At this time of the morning, Mitch, are you in Clark Kent mode? Is the tie tightened up? Are you on your way to the office? Is a tie on? Is the blazer tight? What's going on? Mitch? Let us know. Good morning to you, Mitch, as always. And guess what? We are going to be doing our numbers show on Saturday, 9:15 a.m. with our good friend Mitch. And by the way, before I forget, and I'm going to announce this tomorrow as well, I'm going to be going live with Tech Niche Tips on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on the Tech Niche Tips channel. So I will drop that in the chat, actually. I'll drop that in the chat so you can tune in and see what we're going to talk about. It's going to be explosive. That's my thoughts. Because me, I'm very mellow and, even key. I don't say anything crazy or controversial, but, Joseph over there, he'll say, who knows what? It's the other way around. It's the other way around. So, and it'll be available on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So let me pull it up real quick. I'll drop that in the chat. This is the Tech Niche Tips channel right here. And let me get the one that we got coming up. It's also available on LinkedIn. Boom. There we go. So links to both. We're going to be doing it Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to be talking about how to succeed in QA and amongst other stuff, how to succeed in your career, all that good stuff, right? So just putting that announcement out there. Mitch says he is in Clark Kent mode today. Okay. And Mitch says Foolishness Saturday all day. You know how we do it. You know. And Mitch also says, "I'll behave though, won't even know I'm there." You know when I'm around, you can't help but to contribute. Like I I bring the best out of Mitch. I bring the best out of Mitch. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. So let's get to our news stories for today. Right? Oh, one more thing before we do that. Before we do that, let me share the link if you want to become a beta or a sigma tester of the time cost calculator. Here is a form that you can fill out. And then I just need your email address and your platform. So your email address for that platform, for your iOS account or for your Android account. And then I will add you to the testing group. And then you'll be able to download the app. Let me know your feedback. I'm working on trying to get this into the next step by maybe next week so that we can move forward with this app. So let's get to our news now. Let's get to our news. So let's go to here. And we are going to start with our first news story for today. All right, so the first one is how to kickstart a career. Sounds like something I would talk about. So this one starts, where are recent grads finding success early on in their career? LinkedIn's annual guide to kickstarting your career highlights the fastest growing jobs, industries, and regions for entry-level workers. Careers in medicine and finance make up the majority of the most popular jobs for grads with a bachelor's degree, while education is the fastest growing industry regardless of degree level. Read the full report to learn more and check out the Unlocked LinkedIn Learning Path highlight top tips for every part of the job search. Free until June 31st. So this is free until June. You know what? I don't normally do this, but let me click on this real quick. Let's see what's in here. The 2024 Guide to Kickstarting Your Career. Let's go. Matthew Tompkins enrolled in Ohio State University as a finance major, but he had little idea where his studies would take him. Investment banking was certainly not on his radar. In fact, he admitted he had no idea what it was. Okay. And that's one thing that I advocate, which I'm going to admit, like, even I didn't really, like when I went for computer science at the beginning, like right after college, high school, I didn't really know what computer science was myself. I wish that I had a better understanding at the time, because then I would have probably, I would have done things differently if I knew what I was getting into, and I would have stayed in it if I knew what I was getting into. But I would have had a better plan and a better strategy to succeed in it. But here we are, right? Here we are. So, but a networking event during his sophomore year set him on the right path toward a role. So, as luck would have it, it would be booming for new grads come 2023. Tompkins was at a conference hosted by Out for Undergrad, a professional organization for LGBTQ plus students in April 2021 when he met an investment banking analyst named Landon. There were a lot of qualities he mentioned that got me interested in investment banking. The 23-year-old Texas native tells LinkedIn News, what stood out is that it is very project driven. The most I started learning about what investment bankers do and the impact of the work, I got more and more interested. And I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but it looks pretty long. But so let me see. Let's skim through this real quick. Let's see. With his diploma, Tompkins moved to New York to start work as an investment banking analyst, the fastest growing job for newly minted bachelor's grads in 2023. Anything else? All right, cool. So let's see. Navigating a competitive job market. Landing an entry-level job has been a challenge since the pandemic, and the competition has grown fiercer in recent years. Also, with entry-level jobs, because they're entry-level, so many more people are applying for it. With automation and everything like that, it also makes it a little bit more difficult to get these entry-level jobs, because if you can automate an entry-level position, it's gonna be like there's gonna be less need for those positions. And now with AI too, so it's you have to be a little bit more strategic nowadays. New grads are not only competing amongst themselves, but also with recently laid off white collar workers in industries from tech to consulting. As a result, career starter has had a harder time finding work than in general population. So, you know what? Give me a second. Give me one second. I need to turn my lights on. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Lights are on. See? I couldn't even see myself. I couldn't see myself. All right. So let's keep going real quick. So let's see. The LinkedIn hiring rate, which tracks the pace at which LinkedIn members update their profiles with new jobs each month, was down 9.6% year over year in the US in April. Meanwhile, applications for open roles are on the rise. We've seen a 14% jump in applications per role from November 2023 to March of this year, according to LinkedIn data. You know what, Mitch? This looks like this looks like a really good data to review on Saturday, actually. This looks really, really good information to review on Saturday about, there's so much information that's being tracked. So definitely going to check that one out. Anyways, so I'm going to save this article right here for us to talk about on Saturday, because because we're always talking about the job numbers, the economy and stuff like that. I think it's going to be fitting very well looking at how LinkedIn tracks their job information. So anyways, so let's go to our next one. Actually, let me see what Mitch says. Mitch says the other thing with entry is a lot of other communities never really heard of tech, so now it's being talked about more by influencers. That is true. That is true. And Mitch says, don't threaten me with a good time. You know how we get down on this channel. You know how we get down. Like when we talk about data and tech and stuff, it's like, what? Are we having a party? Is it party this early in the morning? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Let me get to our next article for this morning. And I'm putting my timer on. All right. So Google beefs up Gemini in AI race. Google's annual developer conference showcased how the tech giant is leveling up its generative AI, announcing new Gemini models meant to challenge OpenAI's just announced GPT 4o and other rivals. AI-powered integration and improvements were a constant theme with the next generation Gemini 1.5 Pro, faster Gemini 1.5 Flash, and a voice model called Gemini Live, and text-to-video model Veo, among other new offerings. Gemini is also being added to the sidebar in Docs, Gmail, and Drive. That's pretty cool. Perhaps the most telling preview of Google's AI plans is in Project Astra, an AI agent that responds to audio and video similar to GPT-4 lowercase o. Whatever. Google is also revamping search to prioritize AI-generated conversational summaries for complex requests instead of just web links. For more coverage on the tech industry, all right, click on that. Yeah, okay, cool. So that is interesting. The race for AI. Everything's a competition. Everything is a competition. All right, jump into the next one. All right, airlines sue to block government fee rule. Major U.S. airlines and an industry association are challenging a new rule that would require the carriers to disclose add-on fees alongside airfare during booking. In a lawsuit filed in a federal appeals court, they argue the Transportation Department overstepped its authority and called the rule arbitrary. The trade group Airlines for America said in a statement that the change would confuse consumers. When finalizing the rule last month, the department said it would save consumers $543 million a year in hidden junk fees for things like checked bags. I thought most airlines were charging for checked bags anyways. And some of them, most of them charge for carry-ons, for checked bags. Like, you get a personal item. And then, if you're on Spirit, you have to charge for the air that you breathe under. But hey, I will fly Spirit in a heartbeat, right? But I'm just saying, this is going to be interesting. I wonder I would like to. I guess we have to check out the statement, right? Because I would like to hear what about the price transparency is going to be confusing consumers. I like price transparency. Now, can the government force these airline companies to be transparent about their pricing? I think that might be a little bit of overreach, but I would say if a company is like, if you leave it all up to choice, if a company is cheaper than another company for getting from point A to point B, number one, I guess if it's cheaper, I'm not really going to care about the price transparency. But if they're about the same price, and I would like to see exactly what I'm paying for, so I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes the government is just looking for something to do. So who knows? Who knows? And I also would like to know. I would also like to know how. See, these are the questions that we don't ask. So we read this and we're like, okay, the Airlines for America says that it's going to be confusing to consumers, and then the government says that it's going to save customers 543 million. So my two questions. I always come out with questions, right? I guess that's the QA in me. Always asking questions. The first question is, how is being transparent with your pricing going to confuse consumers? Number two is, how is making the price transparent going to save me $543 million a year? So that's what I'm wondering. That's my concern. All right. So let's jump into the next one real quick. Our last one. All right. So high interest rates hit Home Depot, not Home Depot, not home. And summer's right around the corner. It's when we're going to start doing our gardening and our painting and everything. And now that's when why didn't high interest rates hit Home Depot when it was snowing like crazy outside? Well, not here in South Florida, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So Home Depot missed Wall Street's expectations last quarter as Americans put off big purchases and home improvements due to high interest rates. So that's what that meant. So because of high interest rates, that's why we're doing less things for our home. So you might have wanted to get that new Samsung fridge where you can, from your phone, you might be able to pour some water and make some coffee. So by the time you get home, it's already ready for you. Does that exist? I don't know. I'm just making something up. But now, instead of spending that 10 grand on that fridge, you might have had to go get a used one at, some other store because high interest rates, right? So buying it cash, and guess for me, I would prefer to buy cash. If I could buy cash, I'm going to buy cash because I hate paying interest. I absolutely hate paying interest. I hate paying late fees. I hate all that, right? So the costly and difficult housing market has meant that people aren't moving as much, and moves often spur do-it-yourself home projects, which make up about half of Home Depot's sales. Higher interest rates also deterred customers from undertaking bigger projects that require financing. Like I was just saying, as a result, in the first quarter of the year, shoppers made fewer visits to Home Depot stores and website and spent less when they did. Sorry, Home Depot. Every single person gets affected by this. Every single person gets affected by this. High interest rates are hitting low and moderate income Americans the hardest. What? And guess what? Guess what? With high interest rates hitting low and moderate income Americans the hardest, the taxes are going up. So when we say the price of the brick is going up.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
When we say the price of the brick is going up, we really mean it, because high interest rates, taxes are about to go up because the tax cuts from back in 16, 17, whenever it was, they're at the brink of expiration and they are not going to be renewed. So I saw something like a family of four making X amount of dollars. Their taxes are going to go up by like $2,400, something like that. It's crazy. It is crazy. So high interest rates, higher taxes, all that good stuff, everything that we wished for is coming right back around in full circle. So about 56% of people earning less than $25,000. Wait a second here. About 56% of people earning less than $25,000 carried a credit card balance in 2022, making them more vulnerable to interest rate increase per Federal Reserve data. How do people who earn less than $25,000 get a credit card? I don't know. I thought like getting credit and stuff like that was also based on your income, but I could be wrong. I digress. All right. Anyways, that is our news stories for today. All right, so let's see what is going on in the chat. So let's see. So Mitch says about the airlines. So Mitch says they mean that some people that take certain airlines, if some are cheaper, but give same type of service, they might go there. So some other airlines will lose money. Some people that take certain airlines, if some are cheaper but give the same service, they might go there. Okay. I mean, for me, like I mainly care about getting from point A to point B, unless I'm taking a super long flight, which is very, very unlikely because I don't go anywhere. But yeah, to me, like I look at the price first, and then if it's the same price, what's the service, all of that. So I don't know. We'll see. And Mitch also says it's a shame. It's a sham economy right now. Same with mortgage. People are not moving. They just fix up their house if they can. That is true. And Mitch says a job is cool, but if you can do something on the side that brings you income is good. That is a fact. That is a fact. I think, and that's why I always say you need to, like for me at least, I streamline everything. So the concepts that I've learned in tech over the past 20 years, I use that to teach, share ideas, how to improve and stuff like that, and to build my own applications. And then the things that I learned here, like with Terraform, I take that back and I apply that to the things that I do at work, so that I can like if I need to figure out how to do something, I'm gonna research it. We're gonna try it on a live stream on a Sunday, and then we're gonna bring it back. I'm like, okay, now I know how to do this for my work stuff, and boom, now I'm able to contribute to Terraform at work, and I'm able to build my own infrastructure for my own project. So it is a win-win situation overall. And Mitch says getting credit cards is not just based on income. That's true. That is true. It says, but I thought that was a big part of it. I thought that was a big part of it because like how much, or maybe that's for a loan. Maybe credit card is not really based on income, but I know loans are. Payment history, credit usage, and how many inquiries you have. That is true. That is definitely true. And he says you definitely not taking Spirit stuff. Don't. I will take Spirit in a heartbeat. All right. So for me, I just want to get there. I'll say, you know what? If everything can't fit in the backpack, then it's not worth going. If it can't fit in, because I'm not trying to pay no $100 Spirit baggage fees or $120 for a carry-on. Nope, not happening. Not here. And Mitch also says, I can tell Mitch is not driving to work today because he is able to hit us with so much information. Shout out to Mitch as always. Says, and for credit cards, you can use household income. That is a very good point. So if you make $25K and whoever you live with makes, somebody makes 15, somebody else makes 5, that is true because they do ask for household income. So instead of your $25K, you'll be having a $45K household income. And now everybody gets a $100,000 limit. And then now they run it up and then they are asking for credit card loan forgiveness. All right, so let's transition a little bit. So let's look at what I want to do now. Is I want to go to setting up this app, right? Let me see. All right.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Where's that coming from? Hold on.
One more thing.
All right, got it. Who knows what's going on with these things? All right, anyways, so let's go. So here we are. We are in the Google part of the time cost calculator. And I was filling out some stuff the other day. Let me see. All right, we're in the dashboard. So we have to finish off all these things to prep our app for the App Store. Because I'm gonna give it, so today or tomorrow is gonna make a week since it's been in the Google Play Store, and because it works the same way, like more people have gotten it on I'll tell you this, it is easier in iOS to get into test mode or for people to sign up for testing because iOS uses test flight. So when I pushed the update into iOS, I just said, all right, push it to the new people, and pretty much almost everyone who had tested the first version in iOS, they got the new version and they've been testing it out, or it already showed that they've used it. So with that being said, Google, it's probably a little bit slower, and I don't have as much visibility into Google, but because I can see it working okay, like it's working fine in iOS, we're just going to push forward with it, right? And with the Scrum methodology, we'll get feedback and we'll make it better as necessary. Okay, so let's go to. So what I want to do is I want to fill out this form. So by like maybe this weekend or maybe on Monday, we can go to the next step of pushing this to whatever the next step. I think close testing might be the next step. I don't know, but we just want to push forward. So I want to go through this and let's see. Receive ratings for your app from the official ratings authorities. What time is it? Let's put 20 minutes on the clock. So we can finish off strong today. There we go. 20 minutes are up. All right. So let's go. So here, so I had already done the I have to generate a privacy policy. I probably use ChatGPT. Probably put it on the, think where I'm gonna put it. Maybe I have to get a domain for the time cost calculator. I don't know. I have to figure out the privacy policy. Maybe I'll get a domain and point the web app to that. Throw in a privacy policy page there, and then link it there. I don't know. I'll figure this part out. But I already did the app access. I already did the ads part. Content rating. So let's go to content rating, and then we'll just go through the rest of this as necessary. So, receive ratings for your app from official ratings authority. Complete the content rating questionnaire to receive official content rating for your app. Ratings are displayed on Google Play to help users identify whether your app is suitable for them. So, start questionnaire. Let's see. So, let's see. This will be used to contact you about your ratings and may be shared with rating authorities. Which email address should I use for this? Whatever. Let's do. Let's do this. Go with that one. And what type of? It's not a social or communication app. It's not a game. Let's go with other. Does the app contain any rating relevant content? It sure does not. User content sharing. Does the app natively allow users to interact or exchange content with you? No, it does not. Does the app feature or promote content that isn't part of the initial app download but can be accessed? Examples of this type of content are movies and Netflix apps, product listings, Amazon. No. Promotion or sale of age? No. Miscellaneous. Does the app share? No, it doesn't share anything. Does the app allow users to purchase? No. Is the app a web browser? No. Is that primarily a news or educational product? I guess it could be educational, but I'm going to go with no. Did I miss a question? Let's see. Let's see. Save, I guess. All right, next. Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Let me make this a little smaller. Let me move this like that. All right, cool. Okay, so you're Brazil. What the heck? Okay, gotcha. I guess. Whatever. Let's save that. So it says your changes have been saved to send it to Google for review. Not yet. Let's go back to the dashboard. What else is there? All right, target audience. I would say a target audience would be, I don't know. I would say, I'm gonna go here. 6 to 8, 9 to 12, maybe not yet. But I think at 13, you should start understanding the value of your time. What do you think, Mitch? Do you think at 13, we should start to understand the value of our time? All right. So let's go with that. We got Jason in the building. What's going on, Jason? And Jason says, what in the name of FeedPick subscription is going on here? Oh my goodness. So we're just setting up, I'm prepping the app in Google to make it to the, to be ready for the App Store, right? So store presence, you declare that your target audience doesn't include children under 13. Google will review your store listing to make sure that doesn't unintentionally appeal to children under 13. The following questions ask if you think your store listing could unintentionally appeal to children. Answer yes if you think certain elements of your store may appeal to children. For example, young characters or animation. The not designed for children label may be shown next to your app on Google Play. If you answer no or unsure, prefer not to answer. Let's see. Appeal could your store listing unintentionally appeal to children? I'm going to say no. I don't think kids are going to care about a time cost calculator. If Google disagrees with your answer, you won't be able to update your app. Could your store listing? It doesn't. I mean, I don't know. So here's what you told us. Changes you make here may cause your data safety form to become out of date. If you make changes, check your data safety form to make sure it's accurate. Target audience, the age of the target audience of your app. If your app doesn't appeal to children, whatever. I don't know. So now let's go back over here. Let me just say it again. So I was saying, what is a good age for, people, kids, to start understanding the value of their time? I'm thinking 13 and up is a good age to start understanding why your time is valuable so that you can make better decisions. So that's why I chose 13 and up, who would be the target audience so they can start. I mean, they might not have any income, but if they start at least saying, if I was to make $500,000 a year, my time would be valued at this much. So now let me live like I make $500,000 a year. So that's my thought behind it. So even if you're not making it, you can live like it and you can value it, and so that you can attain it. So that's my thoughts about it. I don't know, could be wrong. All right, so let's see, what else do we have here? I don't know, dashboard. So let's go to news app. Is your app a news app? Oh, no, it's not. It is not a news app. And Mitch agrees. He said 13 and up. If I had a kid, it would be 8 or 9. That is a fact. The earlier, the better in my books. Right? So all right, we're not going to publishing yet. We are going back here. And we are at data safety now. So help users understand how your app collects and shares their data. Right now, it doesn't collect any data. So first, you'll be asked whether your app collects or shares certain types of user data. Next question answers about each type of user data. When you're done, review and submit and add to your store listing. All right, cool. So this is all the steps that it takes to at least publishing an app in the Google Store. But my app doesn't collect anything because I just wanted to put something out there to be able to say that I, Tech Coach Ralph, has put an app in the app stores. Now, After we do that, then we go through the agile process of making it better. Okay, so let's see. So to help users better understand your app privacy, security, and data handling practices before they download it, provide information about your app's safety. The information you provide is shown in your store listing so that users can learn how you collect and share their data. Maybe in the future, but we don't collect anything right now. So thanks for helping Google play a safe and trusted space for users. In this questionnaire, you'll be asked to provide information about user data collected or shared by your app. The information you provide will be shown in your store listing. Okay. All right. Definition. On the next screen, you'll be asked whether your app collects or shares any of the required user data types. View user data types. Collecting means that the data is transmitted off the user's device, either to you or a third party. Some type of data collections are exempt. Processing data ephemerally means accessing and using data while it is only stored in memory and is retained for no longer than necessary to service the specific request in real time. Data collected in this way must still be disclosed, but will be shown to users on your store listing. But will not be shown to users on your store listing. All right. Let me see. All right, cool. So let's get to it. All right. So help users understand how you collect data. All right. So does your app collect or share data? Any data of the required user data type? So let's view that real quick. Approximate location, no. Precise location, no. Name, no. Email address, no. User IDs, no. Address, phone number, race and ethnicity, political or religious views, sexual orientation, other, oh no. Financial information, user payment, purchase history, credit score, other financial info, no. Health info, no. Fitness info, no. Emails, everything is a no. We don't collect anything. Calendar events. Let's see. Nothing. App info and performance. No. Nope. All that is a no. I don't collect anything because I don't care, right? I'm just learning here. So additional badges. All right. So let's go to next. Store listing preview. No data collection declared. No data shared with third parties. To submit, provide a link to your privacy policy on the. All right. So we'll do that part later because I do not have the privacy policy yet. I need to put on. I don't know. I have to find a place to put it on. So let's go back to dashboard. And 7 of 12 complete. So data, I think that's data safety we're doing. Government apps. Is your app developed on behalf of a government? It is developed on behalf of the dictatorship of Tech Coach Ralph. For example, a national health, city parking, or licensing app. If you select yes and provide proof that your app meets the requirements, you may receive a government label on your store listing. So I do not develop for the government. I don't think the government would want my app because it's going to show how wasteful we are with our money, our time, and our resources. Financial features. Let's see what this says for financial features. So select financial features in your app. Select all of the financial features your app provides. This helps us make sure right teams review your submission. So banking and loans, personal loan, nope. Loan facilitator, nope. Payday loans, nope. Banking line of credit, earned wage advances, nope. Microfinance banking. The cool thing about this is like seeing all the different things that are created helps you think, oh, I can create an app about this. I can create an app about that. Purchase agreements, reward, buy now, pay later, trading. This buy now, pay later is so dangerous. Trading and funds, crypto wallet, crypto token. Nope. Credit monitoring, financial advice, insurance. I don't think this is financial advice. Well, it's definitely not financial advice. My app doesn't provide any financial feature. It just tells you. It just lets you know what you should know about. Like, hey, how much is my time worth? That's not financial advice. That is life advice. All right. So I'm gonna go with next. At the moment, you're not required to submit any additional documentation for the financial feature for your app provides. All right. So I like that. Let's save that. Not now. Let's go back to here. But health. So the last section before the privacy policy. Tell us about your health features in your app. Health and fitness, none. Medical, none. Human subject research, nope, none. None of those. All right, cool. Got that done. All right. So the last one is going to be the privacy policy. And I have to provide a URL for that. So I have to think about oh, add a privacy policy for your store to help provide transparency about how you treat sensitive user data. You must add a privacy policy if your audience includes children under 13. So maybe, I mean, I'll throw it up, but we don't target people under 13. So, all right, I'll think about that. But pretty much after that, I think we are ready to get to the next step of this. So the next step is going to be closed testing. So what is closed testing? Identify issues in your app, get feedback, unlock product production access. With closed testing, you can share your app with a wide group of users that you control. This allows you to identify issues, get feedback, and ensure that everything is ready with your app before launch. You must run a closed test before you can apply to publish your app to production for everyone. Let me see. Mm, you need to create a new release before you can roll out. Finish app setup. So I think I just need to finish the data safety thing and the privacy policy. Yep. So that's pretty much that's where we're at. So we need to get to closed testing at some point. Create track, closed testing, alpha. There is no release track. Let's see. Cool. So that'll be our next thing to do in here. Maybe do that. Maybe we'll do that on Monday. I don't know. But I want to get to the next step so that we can get, because I think it's going to take 2 weeks in closed testing. Test pre-release versions of your app with your own group of testers. I don't even know how I'm going to get that group, but yeah, so we'll figure that out. And then next comes after that, it's open testing. Let users sign up to test new versions of your app on Google Play. With open testing, Google Play users in your choosing countries can sign up to test new versions of your app and provide feedback without affecting your public rating. And then there is production access. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at for that. Now, the other thing I want to look up is what do I want to look up? I want to look up building the watch app for Flutter. And let's go to open this one. The last 3 minutes, we'll look at that because we can get a head start on that. Let me see. Where's the Flutter link over here? Let's go to Flutter's website. All right, so let's get started. Did anybody watch the Google thing yesterday? I was so busy yesterday, I didn't get to watch it, but I will probably watch it while I'm working today. All right, so choose your first app type. Let's go to whatever. Actually, I'd rather do it for the Google to start off because I have the. So let me see. Layout. Where is mobile? see. All right, I guess we can look at this one real quick in our last remaining time. So you're a Flutter fan and have an idea about a watch app. Here is all you need to know. So this could help. So do you want to use your Flutter skills to build a watch app and send data to a watch face? Is a companion app on the phone required? Will your Flutter app, will your Flutter app be accepted on Google Play? So this post is based on my experience with Watch Glucose for Wear OS app. Some Flutter knowledge is assumed. Some Kotlin skills help, but is not required. What does the app do? Some people with diabetes wear a sensor which measures the level of glucose in their blood and sends it once every minute to a server. What this app, oh my, you see, this is the thing I don't like about Medium. So you're telling me I get this far. All right, anyways, whatever. I shall figure it out. Some people are cool. That is a cool app. That is a cool app, though, I must say. Where on your watch it's telling you your glucose reading. That's pretty cool, I must say. Anyways, in my thought, what I would want is with the time cost calculator, when you enter in your total annual money that you bring in, right? And now it's going to say, all right, start for activity. And then as it's counting up, it's also counting up how much whatever it is that you're doing is costing you as well. That way you can see, okay, I spent 2 hours doing this. It cost me $14.23. And you're like, was that really worth it? I don't know. So that's my thoughts behind that watch app where you can just have it on your watch and it's counting up as you go along. So I know that Mitch is a big fan of the Apple Watch. So maybe we should do the Apple Watch first. I don't know. We shall see. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up for today. And I'm going to continue looking for the documentation on how to get this mobile app going, and we will figure it out. All right. So let's get back to full screen. And let me check the chat real quick. So before we wrap it up. So like Mitch said, if I had a kid, it would be 8 or 9. Totally agree with that. And Mitch says, you ever notice most people who make money keep learning and the ones that don't always complain?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep, that is totally true. I do notice that. And another thing that I've noticed, right? Because sometimes once you get that spark of knowledge, of learning, then it's just like you just keep going. The hardest, like I think what I was saying earlier about like not knowing when I was a lot younger, like what these fields were, stuff like that. It was hard to get that spark. But then once I was like, oh, okay, this is what this is, and then now I want to learn. So that's my thoughts behind it. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Those who get it, they're just gonna keep going. And at that point, it's not even about the money anymore, right? It's just about like the money just comes along with it. Based on your skills and your knowledge, the money just follows. But when people are like, I want the money, they never go out there and get the stuff to get the money, and they're always going to be complaining and miserable. So totally agree with you on that. That is awesome. And we got my guy in the building, Ferris. What's going on, Ferris? So I'm gonna send you a message on Discord, but I found your stream because at first, after I finished the show yesterday, I didn't see it, but I found it, and I'm going through it today to see what you're doing. I'm up to the part where you were writing the Docker file, but so I'm just curious to see what was going on. I love that type of stuff, so I will be either commenting on the video and or sending you messages in Discord because I'm really curious how that went last night. And it says that is a dope idea. Which is, I'm actually taking another data course to level it up. That's what we're talking about.
Let's get it.
All right, cool. Well, Ferris like at work, tired to be honest. Hey, I don't know how you do it where you'll stream right like an hour, 2 hours before work, and then you wake up and you do your work. That's good stuff. Good stuff. You are a champ. I think you're probably gonna end up revising that schedule again, but you know what I mean? So, and that's for sure. I'll finish the project today. Hey, I'm gonna watch. I'll be tuning in tonight after jiu-jitsu as well. Curious to see. I'm gonna watch today, see where you got up to, and I'm going to tune in tonight after I get out of jiu-jitsu, see how it's going. And you know what? I might on my own time when I have it like follow along in your stream, so I can do it for myself because it's just really cool, very curious stuff what you're doing with that whole process monitoring through Python and EKS. I still haven't got a chance to use EKS, so really cool stuff. You guys check out Ferris's stream tonight as well. It's going to be really, really fun. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had a great time hanging out with you guys this morning, going through the news and going through our next steps for this mobile app. And, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Tech Coach Ralph, and we are out for this beautiful Wednesday morning, right in the middle of the week. We're on the other side. All right. See you guys later.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts. Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again. Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.